guys, I hope you are doing good. Today we are building a basic contact me form using HTML and CSS. I have created a folder and I've opened up my Visual Studio Code. So yes, I'll be using Visual Studio Code to show how we will make a simple contact me form. So first of all, I'll create a index.html file, and then I'll use a boilerplate from Bootstrap. And I'll go to docs, maybe, yeah, okay, so this one. So I'll use this boilerplate and paste it here, and then I'll copy this particular link so that we can use all the functionality of Bootstrap such as buttons, etc. in our web page. So I'll paste it here, and also we need to copy this particular script and we will paste it inside the body tag over here. I will make this full screen so that everything is visible, and I'll remove this tag and make this one contact us, name it contact us, and then I'll include 3 tags called as first one will be header, and then I'll include main tag, and then I'll include a footer tag, okay. So these are the 3 main tags that we need in our web page always. So now we will check if it's working. So I'll try to display a h1 tag. Using an h1 tag, I'll try to print, or I'll try to show mouse here maybe, and I'll like it's like control plus right click, and you will see an option as live server. So this will open or show you the on your local host. It will display it on the index.html on your local host at this particular port. Okay, so it displays, it works correctly. Okay, so I'll expand this and we'll remove this. First of all, in the header, what I can do is, in the header I will include this h1 tag. One second, I'll copy this and include the header tag over here and write contact us. Save it, and then also remove this, and in this I'll include a div tag, and inside the div tag I'll write an h2 tag, and this will say something as get in touch, and then I can include a form after this in which we will fill name, email, subject, and the message. So for that I'll include a form, and in the form you need to have a action. So the action, let's keep it like this, like there won't be an action right now, but we will try to navigate to a page when the form is submitted, and this will have a method get. So form always no, this will have a method post. So this form will basically post, so that's why we will use post, but I won't be using any JavaScript or PHP or anything at the backend, so that's why I'll use get, so that we can get a particular page such as index2.html, to show that thanks for submitting your response. So that's why I used get and not post, because post is basically to post the form. But using this, I'll open up a different HTML page, and then I will use method get to get that after we click on the button submit. So that's why I'm using the method get. Okay, then I'll write a div tag, and in this particular div tag I can give a label first. So in this label I can write such as name, and this will have a input also, input tag, and this input tag will be of type text. But for this, first I'll you complete this part. Label, and this label is for the name, so I'll label it like it's for name. So this particular tag label is for name, and so this particular is for name, and this also acts as a ID, so this will be connected to this. So input type text, so the ID would be here as name. So this will be connected to this, so this is for name, so this will be the label and this will be the input box. Okay, then this ID is name, and I'm also giving name as name, and placeholder would show something as, first of all let's try to load this. So you can see that it shows contact us, so you just have to do command plus s and it will show you. So it will automatically reload, so you can see that there is a name and we have the input box also. So maybe I'll try to do like this and try to make it smaller over here, so that we can also see our screen along with what we write. We can see the changes immediately on the left. So the placeholder we can write as your name. So when I click command s, so you can see that your name is shown by default. And then we can also make this particular input box required. That means that you cannot submit the form until this particular name has been, this particular input box has been filled. So you need to enter your name, otherwise you won't be able to submit the form. So I'll duplicate this and include one for email, one for subject, and one for text box, and then there will be a button. So this will be for email, and type would be email. I will write here email. ID would also be email over here. Name we will give as email, and over here we will write your email, and this will be also required. And then this is a subject, so subject, and here subject. So you can see name, email, subject, and the placeholder should be like enter subject, but I won't make it required because subject is not required. Okay, so you can see that you can enter your name, your email, and the subject, and then I will include a text box in this place. So for this I will write So something like for message, and I can write something like this message, and type message. I'll just copy paste it. Your message, and this will be also required. So I'll do command plus S, and you can see just one thing, that you need to make this one for the message as text area so that it's a bit wider, and also you need to close this tag as text area. Okay, now you will see that it's a bit wider, and in the footer I'll add a paragraph tag and write inside it copy, yes, and 2024 Mas Jafrani, my name, and write all rights reserved. Okay, all rights reserved, and command S, and you will see footers here, but we would need to adjust it using CSS. But before that I'll include a bootstrap button, so I will write button and search for some buttons. I think this one looks good, so I'll use this. And write it here, but I need to make the type as submit, so that when the form is submitted, so that's why we need to include submit, and we'll name it as submit. And let's see if it changed something. Yeah, so the button looks like this. Now I'll create a CSS file, style.css, and we'll also include it over here as link, style sheet, and href would be style.css, and then close the tag. Okay, and in the style.css I will write and make brackets like this, means that I'll cover the whole page. This asterisk means I'll be referring the whole page, and I will do a basic reset as margin 0 and padding 0, and the box sizing would be border box. So I'm writing this because so that the browser doesn't use its own padding or something on my web page. That's why I need to do this. And then I'll write body tag, and in the body I'll do font family as Arial, and then can do as sans serif, and background color I can include something like grayish, something like grayish, maybe something here, maybe, let's see. And then I'll include a color for text. The color could be black, and then I'll write display flex, and flex direction would be in columns. So I basically want all of this, the header, the body, and the footer to be in the direction of column, so that's why I'm writing column. And the min height I'm writing as 100 vh so that the footer sticks to the bottom. So I'm using the complete web. um, I will be using the complete web page size or height, and then I will adjust the header and the main tags. So the header would be like so in the header I will include a background color, something as gray. Okay, then I'll use the color as white for the contactors, and text align, I want to make it, I want to bring it to the center, and the padding I'll give it will be 2 rem from the left and the right. So let's see, yeah, from the left and the right, and from the above and from the bottom, I'm giving it a 2 rem padding. Then I'll do the styling for the main tag, which will be flex s1, and display would be again flex, and justify content from left to right or horizontally, we will do it as center, and again align items from like vertically would also be centered. So we want this particular main tag in which we will have our form to be on the center perfectly from the like vertically and also horizontally. I'll try to make the background color as something as light gray for the body. So I will include a hash f4 f4 f4. Okay, so this makes it light gray, and then for the header I can either use this or I can use a bit something a bit darker, or maybe I can just do it background color hash 333. So I got these colors from W3 School site, and I can also make the okay, so this looks good. And for the footer I'll write text align center, padding I'll give it around 1.5 rem, and background color I'll keep it the same as this one, and I'll write the text color to be white and save it. So yeah, it looks much better. Now I'll do styling for the contact form. So I'll go back to index.html. I will give it a class to this one, this tag, as let's say contact form, and also give classes to these particular label and input tags, div tags. So I'll give it a class, let's say input, and I'll call it a group because I want the styling to be applied to all of these. So I'll just copy this and paste it in all the other div tags. And over here also. Okay, so looks much better. And now I'll go back to the style.css. I'll write contact form, and I want its h2 tag to have a margin. From the bottom I want margin for this get in touch, something like 1.5 rem, let's say. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Then I'll write its font size to be, let's say, something as 1 point, or let's say 2 rem. Okay, this also looks good. And then I'll do the styling for the input group. So I'll display at a like block and give it a margin from the bottom of 0.5, let's say rem. Command S. Okay, I think it looks better. And give a font weight as bold. Okay, looks better. And then what I'll do is I'll for the input tag and the input group text area, I'll write width as 100%. Then I'll give a padding from all sides of let's say 1 rem. No, maybe let's say 0.75 something. Yeah, okay. And I can also give a border radius of 5 px and border to be 1 px solid, and have it a color something like no, okay, I can give it something like CCC from W3 schools. I again used it. It's something like light gray, so you can see the borders are light gray. And then I can give a font size of 1 rem. Okay, it looks much better. I'll give the body over here this particular color for the text. Okay, yeah, okay, so that these things match with the header and the footer colors, background colors, the text colors. And also I'll include okay, for this form I'll also make it look like a card with a shadow on the background. So I'll write contact form, and for that I'll write background color. First of all, I'll give it white so that it looks different from the background. Now I would need to give it a padding such as 2 rem, and yeah, okay, so now it looks much better because I gave it a padding from all the sides as 2 rem. And then I'll write I want a border radius of let's say 10 px. Yeah, okay, much better. And then box, I want to show a shadow, so I will write 0 15 px, and then use something as black color. Okay, so it looks good, but I think it's too much. Maybe I need to use something lighter. Let's see. No, it's not even light, but I think I can choose something much lighter. Okay, this looks okay. I think this looks okay, or I think this looks better like this, but I think I need to reduce the color more. Okay, this looks better. Like this it looks better. And then I'll try to give a max width to the contact form as, let's say, 600 px, and basically to make it responsive, and width as 100%. Now what I'll do is I'll try to fill out this form, such as, because the name is required, the email is also required, the subject is not required, so I won't enter it, but the message is required. First of all, I'll try to check if this submit button works. No. Okay. So it says that fill out this field, so that means message is required, and let's enter something and remove the email, and let's see if the required over here works. Yeah, so we also need to enter this, so I'll enter this and click on submit. Okay, so it submitted the form, but of course we need to redirect this page, so I'll try to make a new form such as page 2 or something, or submit form maybe. So let's say submit page dot html, and I'll include in the action, I will write over here submit page, so that when we submit, so we see this particular page. And I'll first of all try to include this whole over here, and what I'll do is, I think everything will be the same. I will also use this style.css, but in the header I would say thank you instead, and in the main I will remove all and use a div tag. Okay, and write a h2 tag, and I will display that your message has been sent, and something like our team, I can say our team will get back to you soon. And I think that's enough, so I'll save it, and I'll try to reload this and try to submit the form again. Okay, and write xyz and submit, so you can see that your message has been sent and our team will get back to you soon. I hope you guys liked the video, and if so, make sure to subscribe to my channel and comment down below your feedback. And I'll also provide a link using a GitHub repo for my source code in the description, and I'll also provide the link for Bootstrap and W3 schools from which I used the text colors. Until then, take care of yourselves and happy testing and coding. Ciao.